Welcome to the Government News Brief for Wednesday, December 7, 2016. In the news, Budget 2017 will see improvement in regional education systems, the health sector, and more employment. Stay tuned for these and other stories. Thank you for staying with us. I am Renetta LaFleur. Here are the details. Education reform continues in 2017 with the recruitment of mathematics and English specialists and new and rehabilitated schools and teachers' quarters with budgetary allocations. Zanil Williams tells us more.
Minister within the Ministry of Communities, Dawn Hastings-Williams, says her ministry plans to invest an estimated $337.4 million in the PEER project.
Government will be expending on behalf of each child approximately $4,100 to improve their grades in mathematics and English language at both CSEC and National Grade 6 Assessment Examinations.
This project seeks to recruit mathematics specialists, school administrators, and teachers. Minister Hastings says the number of mathematics sessions in both primary and secondary schools will be increased to help improve grades. A parental guidance strategy is to be carried out regionally, Minister Hastings adds. Meanwhile, approximately $3.5 billion has been allocated to construct, extend, upgrade, and maintain schools, teachers' quarters, and other buildings. Several schools are slated for completion, including Yorong Paru and Hayoa Nursery in Region 9, Bamia Nursery and Primary in Region 10, and Baramita Nursery in Region 1.
2017 will not mark the end of our economic problem, but the beginning of the end, as we welcome the good life in a diverse economy.
The minister made these statements in the National Assembly during the debate of the 2017 budget. I am Zanil Williams for the Government News Brief.
Health Budget 2017 promises to meet the needs of all people. Delicia Haynes has the details.
A series of health developmental projects have been factored into the nation's 2017 budget. $31.2 billion has been proposed for health as this sector remains a national priority for the government. This allocation is recognized as an investment rather than expenditure, says Minister within the Ministry of Public Health, Dr. Karen Cummins. The minister adds that government remains committed to reducing inequalities of access to health care while striving to achieve universal primary health care for all.
In an effort to ensure that all health facilities at the levels are structurally sound and aesthetically pleasing, a sum of $2 billion has been allocated for infrastructure works within the public health sector in Budget 2017. In this regard, some of the healthcare facilities will be transformed to better accommodate the people of their communities, including the differently abled.
Opposition Member of Parliament Dr. Berry Ramsaran pointed out that under the PPPC government, a number of capital projects for the health sector were earmarked, but have now been stymied under the current administration. However, government has put in place necessary budgetary allocations to record progress in the health sector.
But besides this headquarters project and the Welcome Mental Health Institute, I find in the budget 2017 proposal no other significant infrastructure initiatives.
Meanwhile, maternal and child health will be strengthened to provide enhanced care through a US $8 million project, contributing significantly to reducing maternal, perinatal, and neonatal deaths.
The institutional strengthening of the maternal child health component of the Ministry of Public Health is another key area of focus for 2017. Through a variety of innovative capacity building exercises, the Ministry of Public Health will be working at strengthening the primary level health care providing in Regions 3, 4, and 9.
Focus has also been placed on areas including mental health, which is linked to suicide. In 2017, an additional 300 health workers will be trained, and soon after, there will be the establishment of a mental health institute which will provide psychosocial support to persons affected mentally instead of housing persons on an inpatient basis. For the Government News Brief, I am Delicia Haynes.
The 2017 budget is one that will definitely create employment, says Minister with the Responsibility for Labor Keith Scott. Here is more. The minister on a recent Budget in Focus program says that for years Guyanese youths have been plagued with unemployment. The The minister notes that the 2017 budget seeks to create substantial job opportunities for Guyanese, not only in oil and gas, but other sectors.
The oil and gas is one, but we don't look only at oil and gas. We have other areas that we encourage, the same area of self-employment, the growth of the co-op movement. All these are areas that will spur the development of work and the creation of jobs. And I feel very positive about that. And that's our training that is ongoing. That is also showing results. So jobs will be coming.
The minister notes that unlike Suriname, Trinidad, and other countries which have been experiencing an economic downturn, Guyana's economy has been growing and more investors will spur job creation.
Everybody's seen only positive things about Guyana, both those in islands, those forces in the islands, as well as in industries outside of the islands. So we know that Guyana has a future, and the future is now. And fortunately for Guyana, Guyana has an accountable government that deals in transparency. We have everything on the table, and as long as you come in, a fair return will be given.
Additionally, Minister Scott points out that the government has put measures in place in the 2017 budget to encourage investors to come to Guyana.
This is why in this budget, you have found that corporate taxes are being reduced. They have found that we have given incentives to investors who want to come in, for example, and if they want to bring electricity or electric appliances and so on, they're being given these incentives so that we can help to spur the economy.
According to Minister Scott, Budget 2017 will go down as one with measures that will further boost the economy and drive development. Renetta LaFleur for the Government News Brief. Budget 2017 has made provisions for the recruitment of staff to make the Guyana Geology and Mines Commission (GGMC) more efficient. Here is more from Zanil Williams.
Minister of Natural Resources Raphael Trotman says that the increased staffing is to aid the GGMC in carrying out its operations.
Minister of Finance has quite nicely put money for us to hire these persons, for us to hire and recruit more staff to do monitoring.
Poor staffing has challenged the regulatory body, the GGMC, in the effective supervision of the 6 mining districts for which it holds responsibility. Minister Trotman says that the staff would also be recruited to fill the core of the warden unit, which will come into effect soon.
We are going to be outfitting that unit, putting wardens on the ground. They'll have the powers of arrest to stop illegal mining, to stop illegal trade of wildlife, to look into bad practices in the forest sector.
Minister Trotman says the GGMC will be streamlining its operations by improving mines safety, management, and reclamation of land. Meanwhile, the government is working to establish a new commission to regulate the emerging oil and gas sector. Minister Trotman says this will take the responsibility from the GGMC.
We are about to set up a regulatory commission. The plan is to lift the regulation of oil and gas out of the Guyana Geology and Mines Commission and create a standalone commission that is going to comprise members of civil society and the parliamentary opposition and government.
Minister Trotman notes that he is very satisfied with the allocations made in the 2017 national budget for his ministry. I am Zanil Williams for the Government News Brief.
Minister of Social Cohesion Amna Ali says Guyana is now geared for operation development due to Budget 2017. More in this report from Isaiah Braffett.
Minister Ali, in the third day of the 2017 national budget debates, debunked claim by opposition member of parliament Vikram Bharat that the government is trying to jumpstart a failing economy with an early budget. The minister says the government is cognizant that the right resources and measures need to be in place to provide a good life for all Guyanese.
In many sectors, we are reaping a whirlwind of downturns, but this coalition government has indeed succeeded so far in developing a growth strategy that is broader in scope and has a more diversified inward as well as forward outlook. As a matter of fact, for the 18 months we have been in government, We have made tremendous strides and recorded colossal achievements.
Some of the achievements Minister Ali pointed to include the establishment of the Public Procurement Commission, the holding of local government elections, the establishment of 3 tongues, and the establishment of 2 radio stations.
We have improved roads and general infrastructure work in many parts of Guyana. We have planted microeconomic projects to sustain the livelihood of our indigenous brothers and sisters. Not exhausting that long list of achievements worthy of mention is the introduction of the Ministry of Social Cohesion, a new ministry.
According to Minister Ali, with such groundbreaking achievement accomplished in 2016, it is a clear indication of government's commitment towards providing a good life for all Guyanese. Isaiah Braffett for the Government News Brief.
Minister of State Joseph Harmon says the opposition is seeking to vilify the 2017 budget, but it is a comprehensive outline of plans and proposals for the next fiscal year. Neola Damon tells us more.
Minister Harmon, making his presentation during the second day of the budget debate, says that the opposition needs to stop using scare tactics on the Guyanese people.
The PPP and the small c is a party that has been known to raise the specter of violence to gather in the flock. And now it is no different that they are attempting to vilify a well-crafted budget for the narrow political agenda.
Harmon continued his presentation by speaking extensively on the President's Green Initiative and economy. He noted that Budget 2017 provides almost $1 billion to implement a series of renewable energy and energy-efficient products. Minister Harmon acknowledged the works by the now opposition through the Low Carbon Development Strategy, LCDS. However, he points out it was a narrow vision of what Guyana's potential is, and therefore we have to broaden it, and therefore the green economy is the vehicle that we're using.
8.5% of the country's terrestrial area is committed to protected area status. And when compared to the rest of the Guyana Shield, has one of the lowest proportion of protected area coverage.
A team from the United Nations Environment Program, UNEP, is expected to be in Guyana from December 12th to 15th of 2016 to engage stakeholders who will provide input in crafting the framework for the Green Development Plan. The conservation of these additional forests represents a transformative moment in Guyana's history, and it would not only preserve the country's natural patrimony for future generations, but will also cement Guyana's role as an international leader in finding green solutions for a sustainable world. I'm Neola Damon for Government News Brief.
Today is International Civil Aviation Day. For 2015 to 2018, the Council has selected the following theme: working together to ensure no country is left behind. The purpose of International Civil Aviation Day is to help generate and reinforce worldwide awareness of the importance of international civil aviation to the social and economic development of states and of the unique role of the International Civil Aviation Organization in helping states to cooperate and realize a truly global rapid transit network at the service of all mankind. As the UN and world nations have now adopted Agenda 2030 and embarked on a new era in global sustainable development, the importance of aviation has never been more relevant for safety and reliable air transport. That has brought us to the end of today's edition of the Government News Brief. The details of these and other stories can be found on GINA's website. We encourage you to subscribe to our YouTube channel. You can also visit and like our Facebook page so you can be informed as the news unfolds. Join us tomorrow for another edition of the Government News Brief. I am Renetta LaFleur. Thank you for watching.